Chama is part of many districts in Eastern Province whose land area is extensively shared by human beings and wildlife due to the close proximity of the game management areas to human settlement. While this resource endowment is of significant economic value through tourism promotion, the presence of wildlife has posed a serious challenge as human beings and wildlife are finding it hard to coexist. Reports of wild animals encroaching on human settlements, with the resultant damage to field crops and loss of human life, has been so problematic to the extent that people feel unprotected by government. To try and resolve the endemic human-animal conflict, Chama Town Council has taken a bold step to protect the worst-affected communities in Chief Chifunda and Chikwa through the erection of a solar-powered erection wire fence to separate people from wildlife. This project is being done by government through the Constituencies Development Fund CDF.
We are in a GMA, a game management area, and our people live with wildlife. They live with animals, and there has been a lot of conflict between the humans or our community members with the animal community. And to reduce on the conflict that has existed between the two, we embarked on fencing some of these areas, the animal corridors where the animals pass, so that life is not lost, because we have lost a number of lives also through that. And I think we have three areas that we are doing in Mapamba. We also do in Chifunda as well as Chikwa. So we started with Mapamba, which we are concluding, and we should be moving to Chifunda once we are done with Mapamba. Something that the community is happy because people's lives will be secured.
We have in the fence areas where they are doing the farming, such that when there are fields in there's food in their fields, animals will not actually come to the side where there are fields. So meaning the good harvest will be seen in that particular area. People have food. At the same time, with the conflicts with people, it will be reduced a good percentage. So basically, those are the benefits we are going to get from the fencing scenario. The issue of accident between animals and human beings, it will still be there, but it will be reduced to some levels where maybe in a month, sometimes you'll record zero.
Mapamba ward in Chief Chifunda's area is one of the ones benefiting from this important project.
The recent allocation for this is actually 2.3 million, and the contractor is actually supposed to cover 3 wards in this constituency. That is here in Mapamba, and then from here is actually supposed to go to Chipala ward, that's Pondo, and then the last one is actually in Lumezi ward, that's Chimpamba. So as you can see here, the contractor is right here on site. They're actually here trying to do the works, and here in Mapamba, as you can see right just behind me, is actually a center where they've actually installed the batteries and the solar.
Yeah, we are appreciating the government by initiating to give us this solar fence wire. The problems we are facing at this area, Mapamba ward, is the wild human conflict. We have lost a lot of lives by elephants. We are losing crops, crop damages by the elephants. So we are pleased the government by initiating to give us this solar fence wire.
This project has excited local farmers who feel their crops will now be spared from wild animal damages.
Mutokoza by Vatichitira, our president wa Hakainde Hichilema, unomwitu Mzambia. Chifukwa nyona kuti batiletera waya kuti itichingirizie kunyama mu maminda chifukwa nzovu njati machibwere bahipo batisuzya nyengo zitali since vilimika vya kumasinda hivi tikaionanga ngungono muikachitiranga nyama but tikavionanga hivi vamboshitikanomba after Hakainde Hichilema vakhala pa president chifukwa kumasinda ngalimanga munda 1 hectare kulima vingoma 1 hectare mala kuti tole vingoma kulingana mabags angafuma 1 hectare katolanga mbeo kulingana pa 1 hectare zikafumanga za 1 lima chifukwa nyonena kuti nyama zikanideranga munda but panyengo ya sono since umutilipandira milisi hii umwibalitiletera ko waya kuno kwitu kumapamba constituency ya Chama South at least nomba nyama zufika but kufupi kuwaya menga zafika kufupi kuwaya monga nzovu njati bachibwere bonjira imukati mu maminda zuwerera.
Away from human-animal conflict, the story of CDF continued to have a serious impact on the socio-economic transformation is but a reality in Chama district. The water and sanitation among the rural households in Chama North constituents has been a serious issue for years on end. But through the CDF, the scenario has changed as sufficient funds has been allocated towards the construction of Kasangani mechanized water system, benefiting hundreds of households.
We are moving from the Indian Mark II, the traditional boreholes. We want now to be providing tapped water through water schemes, and they are mostly common, I think, in urban areas, the water kiosks. I think these have come here now, even in rural areas. People should have clean, safe and clean water. Actually, this will help us even to reduce waterborne diseases. Our mothers have lost a lot of energy, and we have lost a number of lives actually in our district. People going to the rivers, which are actually infested with crocodiles. I think it has been on news. A lot of them have been attacked by crocodiles actually, and this is what we are working on. We have to reduce on such deaths, and we have done water kiosks or water schemes. We have also, where we cannot do water schemes, we are doing boreholes actually, and we have actually in 2024 we had planned to do about 21 boreholes, and we have done 75%.
Okondwa pamene inachita new dawn government ndawakumbuya oku bantu muno muzi tenze kumwa manzi ovutikira because boho inali sei mozi, so kuona population ya bantu inali ikulu maningi, so as the result winangu bantu wenze kwenda mudambo mu river kwenda katika kumanzikai pa Japanai kupezeka congestion pa boho kai inali mozi bantu nali bambiri, so as the result niza kupezeka utu bambiri wakaenda mudambo mjapeza uti bakumana na nkumba na zevenze fuma kumwa manzi pa mudambo muzi. So mame inabuya project ya matanki sure mulungu wa president watu abatandize bapitize pasogoro because manje kulibe manzi ametu kumwa doti ona dari at least manje inachinja because kudala tenze kumwa manzi pamozi na nkumba, so chenze kupekesha matenda ambiri, so manzi mame achoke mtanki kai screen water chamitenze funa bomba pamene inashita chikulu maningi because at least bantu wanga manje kulibo zovutika tibapange line kumanzi nda mataps muno nyambiri kwansiyo mataps kapela there almost 7 or 9 taps.
The people in this village who had endured hardships of accessing water from contaminated water points have now a sigh of relief.
Chemene kwa paminzi 500 inji nandi chemene tose tukumwa maji vavichi vakilini katika chosuzika chemene nomba lero hawe vuto ya maji utavichi yuchepako tuonga chemene ya president pa vimwitishitira uluso ulu mupitilire tuonga chemene
ale tikasuzikanga tikamwanga maji mumsime but nomba chao chichinja tam pasa CDF yalipasa vitu kaputikanga wako kwa CDF but toba tiko na mviji na meso but tiko na viji na tanki tumasa viji maji batamba, so vuto ya kale namba isavisi ichinjana hapo nomba no vuto tukumama be free.
In this same area, the CDF has empowered a nearby community with an aquaculture project at Ngalawani to help promote income generating among the project members.
Cooperative ndio tikashita apply mumaji nimbo zikafumia ndama nipo tikayatolera kula kuleta panso kukapasi nipo tikazagulamo feed tikazagulamo ma seed vavi va mafingerling so tikataika hapa ponyene hizo zikakarapu zinyake nzonye tisha tikapulitishe ma uniform kutitimanyikwe na pa mazina kwene ndama chikucho mene cho tisezeshi njo chimunye tika mafishi pondi tu mafingerling tuka sanga twalelea twachepa zaswa tikagulirapo no jimi hapo hii fish pondi nyake anamba tu tipatwa paka tivike pala so pa tulindira maji tukwa maji kutiti vazepo tipope pa maji tivike hapa pa fish pondi anamba tu maji mbado doko mwachi chachi tanki chipwanyika so maji voko doko hapa napo tupopela po waka vo maji so ndiye tulindizi hapa vulainga loko titoa ndama kuboma 20,000 tuongela boma na mulikati tandizira chifukwa kale mutika khalilanga mumpata mwitu maovwili aliosa akaweve ndama achigawi kasovanga mwana apite sukuvi kasovanga vyose analume mumpata mwa no longosola cha so na mutika joinia cooperative itui kupanga suggestion hii awe sono vyose tukua nazo kazi tupitaka kwa chea tipaniko tizamweza poso mpea wotipa mpea tuchita nomba timakoa nomba mumpata tusuzikaso sonja mutika susikia kale so tupempa boma lipitizi empela kutitandiza noti kutilekeleza pempa papa cha.
Both Chama North and South constituencies have done so much in attracting investment into infrastructure development in both the education and the health sector. In Chama South constituency, a staff house has been completed at Kanyololo Primary School to help promote teacher retention.
It's a project that, as you can see, is actually in the 12th week of implementation, because the project itself is actually supposed to take 16 weeks. So this actually defines that the project is within the time, the cost, and the quality. And this project is being done at a cost of 650,000. And as you can see, the project is almost done, because I think from a scale of 1 to 10, we can say the project is 9.5% done.
For this project, CDF project, when it came here, because we didn't have some houses, as you can see, we are occupying, when I came here in 2022, we are occupying in a classroom block. So when this project came, we are very happy about it.
This is not all. A 1x3 classroom block at Gombe Primary School has also been completed.
This school, sorry, I think if my memory is, I think it was opened in 1991. From 1991, I think the first block we received that was during MND government, and this is 1x2 classroom block, as you can see. This year, last year, that was 2024, we received the 1x3 classroom block, I think, as you can see. So in Kalinkwadi particularly, we have got 9 schools, 2 community schools and 6 primary schools and 1 day and secondary day school. It was very difficult for the learners, as I think you saw, and you have seen yourself to say there's some benches which they used to sit during lessons. So it was very difficult for the learners. I think no wonder sometimes this also affects the passing rate for the learners. You may find that instead of, this infrastructure, they are also giving moralos to the learners. Now if we don't have such kind of infrastructure in our communities, meaning that even that moralo will not in the learners. So I'm very happy for the development which we are receiving in Kalinkwadi.
Here, in fact, it has not been good all along. in summary form, I can say maybe this school was founded in 1995, and the bad part maybe which I can say it is in terms of infrastructure. People were just running outside under the tree, and by that time we had only close to 200 to 300 pupils until last year, when the numbers we saw that they were starting increasing. And all the grades, this school runs from ECE up to grade 7, and it's a double stream currently. What is happening is pupils were just learning outside. We had no infrastructure, no classrooms here. So with this infrastructure, one, I would say that it has boosted the literacy levels here from the surrounding community. And again, at the same time, the numbers have doubled. As I'm saying, before this infrastructure, this building here, we had only 407 pupils before last year. Then with the coming of this CDF 1x3 classroom block, the numbers increased from 407. As I'm speaking now, we have 895 pupils here.
People of this community in Chief Kambombo's area have been covering over 20 kilometers to the nearest health facility. But now this new health facility at Malama will help cut down on this distance.
So mnyene chichitikira hapa chikuru chomene tukumbako wakantha mnyene umuchipangikia madokta pano wazeko wake ulwanga wako wavili kale chia chilipo kale pa uku tukwenda nkutali tufika kwanya onyake tukwenda kona pasi vukuwa volema konoti masere achanga tuwafuma kula ufika sokuno nako leti kuti untoleso nchito inyake lutondekaso. So nthamnyene chichitikira kapa viwongo waka kwa president nthamnyene vechitira akachipatala chi viwonga kwa takamuve chithandizirako waka kwene madokta kumika kuti vazeko maluviro vachiteko noviro vobabya mlodi kamba kuti chipatala chikutali chomene kavenga kuti chiweko pafupi nthata anthu tukusukako makowa mwakambombo mwandiko yakaonesha nkutali ndolobana ngati vakhunyuka ni mtima bi kufika kwa kuti ukafike naye makola kutu kweneta vana vomalira munthu wakufa uwera kwa wiweka no mwana hawo. So nhamnyene chitikira kapa ndachitaka makola kuti muchichitire kwa kama dokta wakapala titengeko pafupi kuno sapo so mutiri hapa nthena mnyezi kufupi chomene kuti tichitire molomba kutalipa chomene kwenda nako kwa panjinga ngoti ungakugomesha ha
vuongo vikulu chomene kwa HH a president witu wa the Republic of Zambia na waunga chomene na iwo vekwelerapo panyengo idoko patu vyakatochepekera kuno kwa Malama vatipasa thandizo la chipatala ilo nyene ise tikasuzikanga nyengo itali pakhala ma president anandinandi but pakalevye president otiaya ati anani chipatala kukavevye panyengo iyi nkupereka viwongo vikulu kwa president wa HH kuti chiuta awe nawo
boma natipasa chipatala hapo ine group edmani Kantangwa ndinaokondwa kuno kwitu tasuzika nyengo itali mautenda upambana azimai makhana pakati kwa Kambombo pali suvyo likulu pakati pali vichi pali dambo so nyengo nyaka anandi tobabilanga panthowa chifukwa chakuti chipatala chikapa vichi patali so kuona boma taona kuti pachipatala umwawi mbukulu chomene boma ili lipitilile.
Through the grants and loans, the local authority has also empowered rice farmers to purchase this equipment.
We have actually two cooperatives that have actually gone into that line of production, and they have acquired this empowerment fund under CDF to improve on their operations. Actually, they have acquired machinery that should be help actually them to add value to the rice instead of just selling it with the shells. I think they are now sharing on their own instead of going somewhere that they mention, which is a cost.
So tikagasa ko 20 days, it depends vali mamena bora kataka bora vampili maningi timakwanisa kugasa 50 tins. So 50 tins timapaka ko ndalamo tigula so fuel. so timapeza mundama timapeleka vana kusukulu venangu timapeleka vana kulima kumwinda kwatu throughout CDF dithandiza boma imene vamene vinachitika hivi so timapeza kuthandiziwa maningi throughout CDF kachigaya tinatenga mu December last year so apa tinakagula apa manja tisi moyo watu nkakopepu kako tapeza ko bwino throughout CDF so tiyamikira kuti tukuko chiende pasogolo tezegasa kutali 4 kilometers but this time manje timagasira pafupi within pa nyumba so na maneighbors wonse vamavera bwino kugaisira pafupi so nchintu cha phindu maningi tisezese timatithandiza maningi sokalini
ama ku CDF 40,000 iya 40,000 chagulamo chigayo apa business tusenzesha yuyenda makola waka ndipo tasanga mupindu tasangamo na ndrama kwanira 14,000 business ikali kuyenda wa community washitamo benefit makola ndipo tuonga kuboma ipitilize kuchita bya ntheula zikamo mu cooperative umuti katolera ndalama palije sono akutusuzika tugulamo mchele tugulamo dende tose tulatuvutika tukumana nato tumala luviro suzyo lose lumala luviro usange ingapitilira hii tivenge makola tikhalire makola.
Chama district has implemented so many CDF projects worth mentioning.
The bigger percentage, it will be on actually the roads, and the part of the money it will just be finishing these projects which we like, as I mentioned the area on which we did not actually completely finish under 2024. So part of the money for 2025 will actually finish these roads. But the main activities next year, it will be opening up of all the areas. There are certain areas where some time back there used to be some roads, but because of not grading and so forth, those roads have actually like closed up again. I'm sure you've actually seen outside you have got machineries. There are 2 graders. When you go to China Civil, there's a roller compactor. We have got a TOB. Right away, we are doing the process of acquiring the 2 excavators and a roll bed. When those items will come, meaning this year will be full-fledged to undertake road networks.
It is said a well-informed community effectively participates in national development from a well-informed position. Chama Town Council through the CDF has supported Kwenje Community Radio Station with the installation of a booster to expand its transmission in the district.
Receiving this CDF for funding, we thank the government of the day, and we also thank the President, HH, for helping us, and mainly I can say for increasing the CDF funding. We thank you very much and continue supporting community radio stations. Because like Kwenje Community Radio Station is really a pure community radio station. So with this support, we are very happy.
Which we received, the boosters are just okay, and they have improved our frequency. From we had 67 kilometers. The range was 67 kilometers, and now it has reached 100 kilometers. So places like Tembwe, Chikwa. Last time, those people from Tembwe and Chikwa, they were not listening to the radio station, but now they are able to get us loud and clear on 89.3 FM through the boosters.
With what has been highlighted, CDF is impacting so much on the lives of many in the district through the socio-economic transformation as seen in what has been achieved so far.